All right, hello friends, we are back. So, fitness continues. What we're gonna do, so for today's warm up, you're going to do 4 minutes on the clock. You're gonna do 5 per side shoulder taps from a pike position. We're gonna do 5 explosive skips on each side, and then we're gonna do 5 high knees into the wall on each side. So, shoulder taps from a pike position. What we're looking for here is, again, feet up on an object, hands are going to come back nice and close, press out on the tippy toes, and then I'm just going to touch each shoulder 5 times. To scale this a little bit, you can be a little bit more of a plank position instead of being in that full handstand, but either one of those is perfectly acceptable for the day, for the warm-up. After that, you're going to do 5 explosive skips on either side. So driving up nice and hard, and then change it over to the other leg. You're going to do 10 total, 5 per side. Obviously try and jump as high as you can though. And then we're going to do 5 high knees driving into the wall. So again, I'm going to basically try to think about pushing this wall 10 feet behind it. Going to lean into it hard, and then drive the knees up, really trying to activate my legs and just pumping really hard through that. So 4 minutes to get your heart rate up. After that, you're going to do 2 rounds. You're going to do, I'm assuming 10 bird dogs, 5 on each side. So we're going to come down to the ground.
Yeah, sorry.
Tabletop position. We're going to go nice and long here, touch the knee to the elbow, and then get nice and long again. 5 on each diagonal. After that, you're going to do a 10-second crow pose. So for that, the basic crow pose is going to be hands just about shoulder width. I'm going to bend my arms to create a little platform on my triceps where my knees can rest. So I'm going to start here, let the knees touch the triceps, and then from there I'm going to gently rock forward off my toes, and I'm going to try and balance for 10 seconds. After that, you're going to do 10 slow air squats. So again, just focus on perfect engagement. Press the knees out, keep the chest up, send the hips back, and then squeeze up on the way up. You're going to do that 2 times through. 10 bird dogs, 10-second crow pose, and a 10 slow air squats. After that, our skill EMOM today is a good little bit of isometric fun. So we're doing some balancing work, some holds, stuff like that. So what we're going to do, it's a 9-minute EMOM. On the first minute, you're going to do a 20-second front scale on one leg. Take 10 seconds of rest. And you're going to do a 20-second front scale on the other leg. The next minute, we're going to do a back scale, and then the next minute, we're going to do handstand holds. The timer is going to be a little different for the last one though. So first off, for the front scale, that is this. So I'm going to hold this leg up at 90 degrees to the ground, and I'm going to balance and really engage that hip flexor to help keep my leg nice and high. So you're going to do that for 20 seconds on your right leg, 10 seconds of rest, and then 20 seconds on the left leg. On the next minute, you're going to do a back scale. So that's going to be basically an airplane pose. So I'm going to come forward here. I'm going to try and find myself parallel to the ground. And I'm going to balance for 20 seconds, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds on the other side, same thing. Then on the last minute, I'm going to do a 15-second handstand hold, 15-second rest, 15-second handstand hold, 15-second rest. So this is a pretty active 9 minutes. There's not a whole, the rest periods are basically transitions. They're pretty quick. So for the handstand holds today, your first option is a pike. So exactly what we did during the warm-up. You could do that for your handstand hold. Otherwise, you can wall walk up. I would say, if at all possible, try and Echo, what are you doing? Dog's weird. For the handstand hold, I would avoid the wall walk today only because it's going to take you so much time that you're not going to get a whole lot of time up on the wall. If you're a super fast wall walker, maybe go ahead and do that. Otherwise, let's try and stick to either doing a pike or kick up to the wall. If you kick up to the wall and that's pretty confident for you, then your other option is going to be to try and pick one foot off the wall the whole time. So you're going to kick up to the wall, and then from there, I'm going to try and bring one foot off, and the other foot's going to balance on the wall a little bit. Again, I would do a handstand in here, but as you can tell, it would not go very well because I compressed the ceiling up. But for when you kick up against the wall, again, to make it a little bit more challenging, try and get one or both of those feet off the wall. And then obviously your other option, if you're super good on your hands, is a freestanding handstand. So that's your other option. And it's a 9-minute EMOM. So again, minute of front scales, minute of back scales, minute on those handstand holds, and you're gonna do that for 3 sets. Now, after that, our workout for the day is a longer workout. So what it's gonna be is you're gonna do 4 rounds of petting the dog 4 times. Super basic workout. It's gonna be awesome. Now, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 4 rounds. You guys are gonna go for a 200-meter run or do 40 plyo step-ups. You're then gonna do 20 weighted step-ups, followed by another 200-meter run, which you will sub for 40 mountain climbers. And then you're gonna do 20 push-ups. So again, let's go through these movements kind of one at a time. So 200-meter run or 40 plyo step-ups. Tomorrow it's supposed to be real hot in Ithaca, like 90 plus, nearing 100 degrees. So if you're gonna go outside and run, maybe do it in the morning or in the evening. Maybe not like right at 12 o'clock. But if you're not gonna go for a run, you're gonna do 40 plyo step-ups. And then again, the plyo step-up, I'm gonna find myself an object that puts me at about parallel. I'm gonna drive up, explode, change, and I'm gonna go extend my hip fully every time, which I'm not, again, due to ceiling restrictions. So, first, 200-meter run, 40 plyo step-ups. Next, 20 weighted step-ups. So you're gonna take your dumbbell or your kettlebell, you're gonna hold it any way that you like, so in your hand, on your shoulder, in the front rack, whatever floats your boat, and we're gonna do 20 weighted step-ups to full extension of the hip, switching legs every single time. That's 10 per leg, 20 total. After that, you're gonna go for another 200-meter run. If you're not running, this time you're gonna do 40 mountain climbers. So again, if you're not going outside for a run, we're gonna find a high plank and we're gonna do our mountain climbers here. Oh, I know. And after your 40 mountain climbers, the last thing that we have is 20 push-ups. So, for today, for your 20 push-ups, you should be able to do them in, I'll say, 4 sets max. So again, if you can do consistent sets of 5, that will be a really good way to approach the workout. For scaling your push-ups, you're gonna elevate your hands onto an object. Let's talk push-up range of motion though. Excuse me. So for the push-up range of motion, what I'm looking for is, number 1, a good plank position. So I wanna make sure that I have a nice active belly, active butt. And then when I come down to the ground, so I want to make sure that my forearm stays per... Okay.
We're playing.
Why are you such a spaz? So for your push-ups, when you descend down, what we really want to try and focus on is I want to keep my forearm perpendicular to the ground. So we often do a drill at the gym where we'll have a partner kind of block your elbow. Reason being is that when my forearm is fully perpendicular, it really forces you to load your chest. So if I do a push-up like this, I get a lot more engagement out of my chest and my shoulders, rather than if I did my push-up like this. And a lot of people have a tendency to really bend at the elbow, and it makes it much more arm intensive, and again, it's not really great on the elbow joint either. So again, what I want you guys to try and do, hands are shoulder width. When you come down, forearm stays perpendicular, and then I just want to keep those elbows pinned the whole time. Here, back up. And again, that range of motion is going to be the exact same if you're scaling, but you're just going to put your hands on an object. So the taller the object, the easier that's going to be. The closer you get to the ground, the more challenging it's going to be, the closer to RX you're going to be. And the workout is 4 rounds for time, so 4 times through, all of that stuff. Next up, we've got our accessory work. So what we're going to do is you're going to do 3 sets. We are going to do we're going to do a hip thrust for 10 reps at a tempo. So for that, we've got a 3-1-3-2. So that means a 3-second descent, a 1-second hold in the bottom, a 3-second drive, and then a 2-second hold at the top. So what that's going to look like, and again, you can weight these. So if you want to put a backpack or a kettlebell or a dumbbell on your lap, by all means, go ahead. But what we're going to do is, again, from the start, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, hold for 1, 1, 2, 3, hold for 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to go through them nice and controlled, nice and slow the entire time. And again, the purpose of doing these at a tempo is just to really focus on muscle engagement. So feeling your glutes engage on the way up, squeeze your butt, and then just keeping that belly nice and tight the whole time and just really controlling that range of motion. So 10 hip thrusts at that tempo. And then the last thing we're gonna do is a 1 minute dead bug hold. So I'm gonna demo on this bench just so that Echo doesn't attack me while we go through this. But for the dead bug hold, again, you heard me, yeah, I know, you heard me. So for the dead bug hold, what we're gonna do is I wanna make sure that I'm, there we go. So my, okay, it's giving, oh Jesus. Okay, all right, we'll do it on the ground, we'll do it on the ground. So for the dead bug hold, what we're looking to do is, again, I wanna bring my knees up past my chest, so I really wanna drive those knees up towards my shoulders, and then I wanna reach my hands past my heels so that my shoulders are off the ground. So my shoulders are off the ground, and then my low back is off the ground as well. So you notice my butt is elevated, my shoulders are elevated, and I'm holding a super active midline position that whole minute. Spaz. And your workout, or your accessory, is gonna be 3 times through. So you're gonna do 3 sets of that. After that, what we have left is a little bit of mobility. So we're gonna do 2 variations on a dragon pose. So we're gonna do a 45-second. I would recommend having somewhere to put your hand. It'll just make it a little bit easier to focus these stretches. So we're gonna do a 45-second low dragon, which is gonna be a long lunge. And I'm gonna lean on this leg so that I focus the stretch in this calf. So again, leaning on here, allowing this heel to come up slightly if need be. Gonna hold for 45 seconds. Then I'm going to turn and I'm gonna bring my chest up nice and high, and I'm gonna stretch out this back hip flexor here. So again, chest tall, squeezing that butt cheek, and then sinking that hip forward. And we're gonna do that on both sides. So 45 low dragon, 45 normal dragon, both sides. And then lastly, I just have a little bit of a pigeon pose. So I'm gonna go ahead, bring my foot up here, and I'm gonna drop down to the ground, try and get a nice little glute stretch going on. I'm gonna hold for 1 minute on each side. That is your training for Tuesday. Enjoy, guys. Hydrate, please. Again, it's supposed to be super hot the next 2 days, so drink a lot of fluids, drink a lot of water, and then always tag us, Palace Ithaca, Forth by Zeus, and we will see you guys back